Hi, I'm back. This is Zuri. Welcome back to Talk Yarny to Me. I took a little hiatus, as many of you know, to move. That's why all of this looks unfamiliar to you. I am in my new house. We moved in. What's today? Monday the 29th. We moved in last weekend, which would have been the weekend of the 20th-ish. And it was an ordeal. My husband and we realized that we are very much middle-aged people, and all of our friends and family are, I don't know why I got these in, very much middle-aged people. So we had one young person to help us and everyone else was like 40 and up. We thought we were gonna knock it out real easy in a day and a half. We actually took 2 days off from work to do it though, because we closed, it's a whole thing. But we definitely sold my house on the 18th, which was last Thursday. And we got the keys to this house on the 18th as well. And we came, that same day I came over here. I loaded up my car, brought a few boxes over. My in-laws were dropping some stuff off. What were they dropping off? Some stuff that my husband had mailed to their house because they live not far from here. And then my husband we all met up over here right after we got the keys and whatnot. And so dropped some stuff off. We made one more trip in my SUV. Brought some more stuff, kind of just staged everything in the boxes where they were going on, packed a few things. And then Friday, my husband and I, we got the moving truck. And so we got the moving truck and we loaded up all the boxes that were like that were kind of like on our bottom floor of our house, our old house. A whole bunch of stuff we loaded up. We thought we loaded everything up that was ready to go, that was on the bottom floor just about. Brought it all over, same thing, kind of staged things. We unpacked a few things, but mainly we just put things kind of in the room where they would go. And then Saturday was the big day when we had my my sister-in-law and her husband. We had a young man from the neighborhood. We had my husband's uncle, his brother, came to help, and we spent the 2 hours loading up the truck, got it filled to the brim. We got a bigger truck than what we said we were gonna get, and we still ended up filling it to the brim, and there were still loads of stuff in the house. And so we were like, okay, we'll just come back. We didn't have to be out till Sunday. This was Saturday. So we were like, okay, we'll come back tomorrow and get the rest. So came, unloaded the truck, got everything done before we had to return it, even with having to take a break for a little rain shower. And spent the evening like kind of unpacking a little bit, but like really we were every day. Like Thursday, we were in a lot of pain by the time we were done. Friday, we were in a lot of pain by the time we were done. Saturday, we were in a lot of pain by the time we were done. So Sunday morning, we got up. We were like, okay, we'll take my car and your pickup truck, and we'll just get the rest of the stuff and we'll bring it. We ended up taking 3 trips to get everything out of the house. You know, it was a whole ordeal. So, yeah, but we're in. We have everything unpacked. Really, the only stuff that's not unpacked is some of my boxes, because I've lost some like storage space in my bathroom and storage space even though we have a much bigger closet, I've lost some like chest of drawer space. So I have less space to store some things. So I have to be getting a little creative, and I'm over it. I'm so over moving, but I got to get these boxes unpacked like this week, because my husband will not stand for it much longer. But I missed you guys, and I was ready to talk. And I came back as soon as I finished this. I'm sitting on it. Guys, look at this. It's my Flax sweater. I'm so excited. I finished it last night and woven the ends. And then I remembered that I forgot to kind of like sew up the armholes, because you know, like when you do a sweater, you pick up stitches under the arm here, and then you kind of have you have these kind of like holes in the corners. I think there's things you can do to avoid it, but I didn't do a great job. I don't feel like I did a really great job picking up the stitches, and I really don't think, I know I did a really bad job sewing up the holes actually. But so it doesn't look, this is the side I did first. This is the one I know I did a really bad job on. Like, can you see that? You can see it like puckered a little bit and just pinched and pulled. And then over here, I kind of got the hang of it a little bit better. And this is a little bit more fluid. But I definitely gonna have to like look at a tutorial or something on some like tips on how to better do that. But everything else is good. The only other thing I really ran into was, even when I cast off my hem here, it says to cast off lightly, to bind off lightly or loosely, which I thought I did, but it was still pretty tight. And I know, like, watching some other people's vlogs lately, like they do maybe like a stretchy bind off with their sweaters and things. So I think I'm gonna try that next time. If you guys know a good bind off for like knitted sweaters, let me know, because like when I would try it on, like it would just be so tight right here. And then the sleeves, I was like, I thought I was doing it loosely. This sleeve, I want to say, came out like really stretchy, and then this one was like really tight. And so I undid it. I just washed this. This is like fresh out of the this is fresh out of the dryer. So all the little ends I wove in are like poking out a little bit. So let me just snip that. So I undid it and I redid it like a lot looser, and it was so much better. So I was like, okay, so this morning I was like, I'm gonna take out this bind off and redo it really loosely. So I did. So that's it. Those are the only things. So this morning I fixed this bind off and I sewed up my armholes. I threw it in the washing machine. I put this little guy in here just so I remember what side is the back. And I haven't put it on since I took it out of the wash. So this is the first try on washed. We get to do this together. This is not the best shirt to throw a crew neck sweater under, but it's okay. Okay. Ooh. So here's my, I'm gonna have to get up and show you guys. Here's the garter panel down the arms. Looks good. The fit, I feel like, is still great. Let me tilt myself up, and or I don't think if I turn, will it work? Oh, it did work, I think. Okay. So we're just gonna go portrait for a few minutes. So you see the fit here. Okay, let me move my chair. Let me turn you. Oh, I like it. Wish you could go away though. Gosh, just suck it in. One day you'll be gone. Oh my gosh, you're so big. Okay, so the fit is great. I love it. You can't tell how badly I did on the armholes, I feel like, because they're hiding under there. This is the real bad one. You can really tell with this one, but that's okay. I will live with it. My arm is down, can you tell? You guys let me know. I like the colors. I think I like it. I think I really like it. Let me turn you guys back around. Okay. All right. So that is the thing I finished. I'm so excited about. I have two other things I've been working on. You've seen them both. But given how much busy we've been, I didn't have internet until I arranged to get my internet like on Saturday, and somehow that got canceled. I had to be at work on Monday. I still didn't have internet, so I had to go find a cafe to work in on Monday and Tuesday. No, not Monday, I just didn't work. Tuesday, I found a cafe. Wednesday, I also found a cafe. Like, it was bad, so I was trying to do a lot of work and trying to take meetings like on public Wi-Fi, and it was a whole thing, especially the place I was at Tuesday. The Wi-Fi they were very nice, but the Wi-Fi was not very strong. The place that I went Wednesday was a lot better, but we've got a lot going on at work, and so me missing 3 days was not ideal. Okay, you're pretty. Definitely gonna have to not wear a shirt like this though under it. I do wish my neckline looked a little bit more polished. I mean, other than that, I like it. But the other things that I've worked on are this sock, which goes with their sock. You guys have been seeing these socks for a few weeks now. We're almost done. We're on the foot. So we are just knitting for several inches. I stopped in the middle of a row, which is why I'm just trying to finish this off real quick. Just bear with me. I also did something on my finger here on Saturday and gave myself a bruise like right where I poke myself with my needles very often when I'm knitting, especially these little sharp ones, and it is quite painful, but it's getting better. But that hasn't been fun. Okay. So, yes, working on this. This is a sock for my cousin's husband for Christmas, made with Lena's du Nord watercolor sock. And I think I really like, I think the color match is absolutely perfect, which is what it says. It makes 2 identical socks, and so far I feel like I have 2 identical socks. So that is nice. I like that. So I'm excited. This is my desk project. And then my purse project, which is also a pair of socks. Also going to my cousin's family. This one got a lot of love this week. I also stopped in the middle of a row. That's crazy. Because this is the one I carry with me in my purse. So like I had to, like I was working at a coffee shop. So like if I had a few minutes downtime or whatever, I would like pull these out and worked on them while I was like waiting for stuff. My kids' soccer practice and soccer games, I worked on these. And whatnot. And so I'm on, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 60 rows of the leg. I was going to 70 just to make it a little longer, because this is going to be for a tall kid with a size 14 foot. So I'm going to make it a little bit longer. And I think I have like maybe 2 or 3 more rows to go before I hit 70, and then I'll start doing the heel. And let me just finish this row. Then I'll show you what I got coming up. I'm already hot in this sweater. So I'm in my sunroom, which is actually not climate controlled. I do have a fan in here, and I've got, that's my bedroom. And directly across, there's another door into my dining room. So I've got both those doors open and the fan on to get some cross breeze. And that's been, and thankfully it was also like overcast today. So the days that I've worked in here, actually none of the days has it gotten like really, really hot, but we are getting, my husband is gonna get me like a AC unit, heat unit or whatever. And I've been promised a she shed to go out there somewhere. That's our back porch. And then we have like a nice clear yard. So this is, yeah, this is technically, for now, it's my office. I won't say it's my craft room, but because it's my office, I monopolize it for like 8 hours a day, and so no one else has really used it. So we can call it my craft room too. We have like, though today while I was in here working earlier, my husband came because we have like a reclining chair. I'll show you in a second. He came and like sat in the reclining chair and read for a while and fell asleep with the dog. And then my dogs, they weren't really allowed in the living room where we were in our last house. But they are allowed in here. So they've been like, you can hear, I think you can hear, one of my dogs is down here chewing on his foot right now. And the other one, I think he's in here now too still, I can't see. But yeah, I'm gonna show you, I forgot, I gotta grab something out of my room. So I was gonna give you a tour, and I still am, of like all my little crafty spaces, but first I wanna just show you what I got coming out next. I've already pulled out these for my next project, which is going to be, I'm gonna put it up here, it's called like the Nordic Lights pullover, and it's a Fair Isle project. It's gonna be my first Fair Isle project. I'm so excited and also nervous. It just so happens that the colors of that sweater are the same colors. It's completely coincidence. I bought these before I found the project, but they are the same colors as the colors of the sweater that I found. Though I want to say, so I don't, the sweater that I'm gonna make, the pattern or whatever, the image, I want to say the gray is the primary color and blue is the secondary color. I think I'm gonna do mine backwards because I feel like I have 6 of these and I have 5 of these. I feel like either way I could probably do it either way, but I feel like I'd look really good in a nice navy blue sweater. What do you think? What do you think? Which one should be primary? I feel like I like the idea of like a sea of navy blue, a field of navy blue with like some like a gray silver design. This is Woolies, worsted weight Woolies. Not that they can cook. This is called Riverside. Oh, this is called Gray Heather. It doesn't really look very heathered. It just looks gray to me, but that's okay. These are, I want to say 20% wool and 80% acrylic, but let's have a look. Yep, 80% acrylic, 20% wool. But they smell very woolly. It's from Lion Brand. What else can we say? It is 3 ounces, 85 grams, 197 yards, 180 meters. I got these at Michael's. Got both these at Michael's. I want to say they were on clearance or maybe just on sale, but I do believe like they were also like still in the aisle, so I don't think they're getting discontinued or anything. But yeah, so this is what we're gonna cast on next. I might, maybe even tonight, we'll see. I have not picked up my hooks in like 2 or 3 weeks, and so I do want to crochet something, so I might crochet tonight and start these sometime tomorrow. But I'm excited to do this. I really want to do a Farrell sweater. After the Farrell sweater is when I'm going to do the Sister Michael cable sweater. But I also might do some Flax sweaters for the rest of my family, because I actually really like this project and it came out so good. And except for this, except for the underarms. If you guys know of any good like tutorials, I know they have them. I've seen like people giving tips on how to close up the underarms before, so I know they have them. I just didn't look for them. I was just so excited to be finished that I just did it. I winged it, and I didn't wing it quite good enough. Okay, I'm gonna grab you here. We're gonna go. I'm gonna flip my camera. Maybe. Will it not let me flip? Well, that's annoying. Okay, I'm gonna stop, I guess, and then I'll flip the camera and come back. Okay. I'm on my back. So this is the fullness of my little sunroom. This is the dog that you heard making all that noise. That's the other dog. He is the only one that's, well, he's not super excited about this house because he does not walk well. He's my little tripod dog. He's only got 3 legs. His name's Hamilton. He does not walk well on our laminate floors, and he has been a miserable boy. A miserable little boy for like this week. He's finally getting the hang of it and not like slipping and falling everywhere, but the first couple days he did not move. So this is my first little Yarny nook. It's a little bit of a mess just because I was just digging around in it looking for stuff, but this here I bought at Joann when it was closing, and I never put it together till we moved, so I just put it together today. This is probably my next project. One of my next projects I'm going to pull out, which is a dog bed that I started a while ago, probably a year and a half ago, going on 2 years ago, that I never finished. This is the yarn to finish it, plus I've got some more. I just want it out of my stash because then I can get rid of the rest of it. This is just some very miscellaneous. Everything else in here is pretty miscellaneous, and I'll clean it up. And then these also, this is like a lot of the blankets that I made. This is the leftovers from like a lot of the blankets that I've made recently. You see the sage green here from when I made my Nisa blanket. This is the muscle bark hat that I remember I was trying to do, and I kept having, I'm gonna have to restart it again. I think I'm gonna finally just buy the pattern. Yeah, this is the space. Okay, so then if we go in my room, this is my other little, this is where I keep my bedside project, which this is my crochet dragonfly blanket that I was working on, that I kind of put to the side to finish up. Java, his name is Java. The other one's name was Hamilton. So I put it to the side in order to finish up like this flax sweater and a couple other things. And so now I'm gonna bring it back out. It's gonna be my bedside project. I also, you see, I keep my mindful hooks under there. I've also got one of my mini sets of like Yarnys or whatever crochet hooks. So keep those there. That's nook number 2. And then here in the living room, this is where all of that sock yarn that I bought lives. So this is all the KNC hand-dyed sock wool in many flavors. This is the KNC just regular, it's the big twist sock wool in many flavors. I bought enough, like these are 10 packs. So some of the colors I really liked, I got 10 packs of. I'm gonna make sweaters out of that. This is like sock yarn that I just found. Oh, I'm so close. And I'm like, every sock yarn was just coming out of the wazoo, like Patton's Croy. I would have to have bought this years ago before I was ever thinking of making, well, probably when I was like, maybe I'll make socks, but I had no actual plans of doing it. This is some hipster cotton from Premier that I was gonna make a bathing suit cover up. I started to make a bathing suit cover up with it, and I never finished it. I was knitting one, and I didn't finish it. And I'm gonna still do something with that. Okay, going through the dark into the garage. And then this is where the rest of my collection lives. Hold on, I gotta go farther back. Okay, let me go around, hold on. It's still a bit of a mess in here. We still got some stuff we gotta unpack in here. There's just boxes we need to get rid of, but this is the collection in full. Lives here. It was really nicely organized, or better, I feel like better organized than when my husband put up this shelf thing here over the weekend. He moved it, and then he like just put it back all willy-nilly, and he was like, oh yeah, sorry, I was just putting stuff, sliding stuff around. I didn't know where things went. I was like, well, you could have looked before you moved it or something. So now I couldn't figure out exactly how I had it organized before to get it like in a way that really makes sense to me, but it's close. So like back behind here, can't really see. All right, you can't really see, but behind this first layer, there's 3 big totes. One of them has like cakes, like Karen cakes, and the big totes like this blue tote here. See? So this is one of them. This is the one that's got cakes. And then there's one over here that has like big skeins, like Karen Jumbos maybe, the big red hearts, things like that. And then there's a third one that has like a lot of unforgettable and a lot of landscape, and it has like those ogos, some more of those ogos that you saw, the blanket yarn ones, because the pattern says it calls for 9 and I want to make 2 of them. And so I bought 18, but I don't think it's going to take 9. I don't know. But I think most of the stuff in that one I might get rid of, because I bought a bunch of unforgettable and landscapes when it was going away for like $2 at Michael's, but I've never used it. It's been like years. This I want to use to make a blanket. These, because I love these colors together. This is Forever Fleece Finest, which is like the very worsted version of Bernat Forever Fleece. It feels really soft. I like it, and I like these 2 colors together. Sorry, I know my camera work is very shoddy right now. So that's gonna be a blanket. This, I really like. This was gonna be a shawl of some sort. I had the idea of like knitting like a fade. So I have this. I had a few colors that I like wanted to fade. I have like a off-white one that I was gonna fade into like a sparkly shawl. I've had this for a couple of years though. This is like Big Twist Glisten. This has got to be a few years old, and I haven't done it yet, but I still want to. I have this too, which is like, I got rid of a lot of this, but I kept a couple colors. Big Twist Spice. I just like the way it feels. I don't know how much I like working with it because it's fuzzy. Other stuff that I know I want to use soon. I think I really want to make a cardigan out of these. This is Yarn Bee Chloe, which I think is like mainly, I forget what the makeup of this is. Do you guys see it? Let me find another one. About to make a mess. Am I blind? I don't have my glasses on, so that doesn't help. Okay, whatever it is, it's pretty. I think I want to make a cardigan out of it. I've had this for a few years. This is just like a lot of like wools and blends in this one, and a little bit miscellaneous too. I know I've got like this is all needs to be caked, but it's like the yarn, the KNC wool, the hand-dyed one that they had for a few years. This is what I'm gonna have used to make my, I showed it to you before, to make my Aran sweater. Here and here, I went crazy for one time, years ago, like probably in 2020, at the thrift store, and I was like, I'm gonna buy a bunch of sweater, like wool and cashmere and whatever sweaters, and I'm gonna unravel them, and I'm gonna have a whole bunch of awesome yarn. And then I think I did one, exactly one, and I still haven't even, I hanged up the wool. It's not even wool, it was something else. I hanged it up and I never used it. No, I did two. So they're in here somewhere, and I never did the rest of them. I need to either just like redonate these or actually go and do it. This is like all a bunch of cottons and scrubby yarn. Back when Dollar Tree used to have scrubby yarn for $1. I bought these. I used to make like scrubby washcloths for my friends. I haven't done it in a while because it's still not fun. It's not fun to work with, but I used to make them for friends. So I bought a bunch of it back then. What else is interesting? Down there is just like acrylics that I would use to make like hats and stuff. There's like my baby yarn. This is stuff. This is gonna be, I think, a sweater for my husband, because he saw this sweater and he liked it, and he was like, well, make me one of, I like this, make me one of those. And I was like, oh, maybe. So I think this is Lion Brand Woolies Fair Isle that I bought, and I like the colors of it. I think it's gonna be a flax sweater for him. I don't know though, because I feel like he gets hot real easy. Like this one is DK, and it feels pretty good, even though it's not even, like it's hot. Like I can live in this, whereas like he gets hot so easily. So I think I want to make him one in DK too. So I'm gonna have to probably find a DK weight for him. So maybe that won't be a sweater for him. So yeah, that's it. That's my, I mean, it's not the whole collection, but you kind of get an idea what I'm working with. And yeah, so that's all my little yarn nooks in my new house here. Can't flip myself back around. Here, I'll pause and I'll go back to sit down and we'll wrap things up. Okay. Okay, so that was a little quick introduction to my yarn situation in my new house. I am just really excited. I really just want to show you guys this sweater, and I wish I'd chosen a better shirt so that it looked better. Like, because it looks like it's, I don't even know. But I'm really excited. I feel like I really enjoyed this process. This was a really great sweater to make. If you are interested in doing it, and like in the DK, like the skinny cake, I feel like is a really good option. The only thing is, okay, so the one thing I will say about this, let me turn myself again. Okay, I'm gonna turn myself again. So the only thing about it is because obviously it's a stripe pattern, the body stripes are a lot shorter than the arm stripes. I feel like it's still fine. It looks fine, but the OCD in me would want to and I shouldn't say that. OCD is a actual mental issue. Like, I shouldn't go trivializing it, but the perfectionist in me would want to have them like match up a little more, but I feel like it still matches up really well. Like, you see how the gold kind of still meets up with the gold, the pink pretty much meets up with the pink. Like, that's fine. But this is a yarn that if you really are a stickler for it, it would be very hard to color control, I think, the stripes on the arms if you really wanted them to match up. So that's the only thing about it, but I feel like it knits up good. The actual fabric is not too thick. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, or outside of Atlanta, Georgia, and my hair's a mess. And winters do not get cold enough to make it matter. Like, even my Nordic sweater that I'm gonna make, or my Aran sweater, if I wanted to be like a true purist, I would make it out of like a really rustic, like Highland wool of some sort, but then I would never be able to wear it. My husband has a sweater that I bought him for Christmas a couple years ago. It's like the dude sweater from The Big Lebowski. It's like that sweater that Jeff Bridges wears. It's really famous. I seen a lady that like on Facebook that knitted it, and I was amazed. But I bought it for him, but it's authentically thick rustic wool, and he wears it as a jacket like during the coldest times of the winter. And so it would be the same situation if I like tried to make a really authentic Fair Isle or Arctic Aran sweater. So I think this is like, even this is probably gonna be thick. Where was I going with this? I don't know. Oh, so skinny cakes I think are a good choice. Mandala cakes probably are gonna be the same, like a really good choice for this if you want to make the DK one. It's pretty much the same thing. What else? I don't know. What are some other really good DKs? I don't know. I have to think about it. Those are like, what are some good DKs? I'm trying to think of like a non-stripy DK weight. Maybe like Hobie We Love Yarn. I know they have a DK version. I think that would probably be pretty good. What else? I gotta think about it. I cannot, man, I don't know, like, I don't know my up on my DK weights, I guess. But definitely highly suggest if you have skinny cakes. It took me 2 to make this, and I have some left. It wasn't 2 full cakes. I have this much of what I was working with, plus I had like whatever else I dismantled out of. It took me 1 full cake to do the body, and then I had to kind of dismantle the second cake pretty much to do the sleeve. So I couldn't tell you how much I have left, but I don't think I used half of it to do the sleeve. So for a medium large size, it took me about 1.5 cakes. Do with that what you will. Yeah. All right, so I will talk to you guys later. Let me go and fold my laundry and maybe unpack a box and then pick up my hooks that are feeling really neglected. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope you guys like that little mini tour, and we'll see what we get into soon. All right, bye. Stop. It doesn't want to stop. Maybe if I just turn it off.